Like the ones you get from banks.
Oh,
You know?
Cameron, I have not received that calendar in a very long time.
The wall calendar.
Yes,
with the
I know.
And it shows like the shape of the moon.
Yes.
And it gives like traditional like Korean, every day in like the traditional lunar calendar has like a name or like a type or whatever. But yeah, it like the weekends are always in a special color. And Sunday is always red. And it's treated as a holiday. Which is a little, as an American, seems a little strange.
Because you think Saturday and Sunday are a holiday.
Well, I don't think of them as holidays.
No, you just think of them as weekends.
Yeah, they're like a rest day.
Yeah.
Like a non-work day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It is interesting that it's red because it's not really like a holiday.
Yeah.
It's just a weekend.
Just the concept. Maybe we just feel like it is our right that we should not have to work on the weekend.
Interesting. Okay. So we have an article for you today, and we are going to talk about microplastics. 미세플라스틱. And we know they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, even in our brain, Cameron, they're saying that like 80-90% of the people have microplastics in their brain.
Gosh.
Isn't that terrible? But, they come from the land, they come from the water, they come from the ocean. They're everywhere.
It is. Yeah, it's you can't run away from the plastic.
Yeah. So is there something we can do to cut down on microplastics, to reduce? Well, we'll find out today.
If we will.
Yeah. And cut down on, as I just mentioned, is to reduce, to lessen.
To use less of, to eat less of, to have less of.
Yes. How about this expression, flake off, F-L-A-K-E?
This means to come off or peel off a little bit at a time. It's usually thin little things.
Okay.
So, like when you eat a crispy croissant, and those little bread pieces just get everywhere.
I tell you, I love a good croissant, but I don't like all the flakiness.
They're so beautiful to look at, and they taste wonderful, but the eating process
is not fun.
Because it all flakes off.
It does. Bit by bit, B-I-T.
Gradually, a little bit at a time.
All right, let's go ahead and see how to cut down on microplastics.
Microplastics have found their way into nearly everything we eat, from meat and eggs to fruits and vegetables. These tiny plastic particles flake off cookware and bottles and even float in tap water. While it's impossible to eliminate them entirely, there are ways to cut down on exposure. Switching to glass or stainless steel and avoiding ultra-processed foods can go a long way toward keeping microplastics out of our bodies. Experts say that fresh, whole foods and filtered tap water are safer bets than packaged meals or bottled water. People should focus on replacing plastic items bit by bit and making mindful choices in the kitchen.
Please join us on page 92, how to cut down on microplastics. Let's begin. Microplastics have found their way into nearly everything we eat, from meat and eggs to fruits and vegetables. True, they're everywhere. These tiny plastic particles flake off cookware and bottles and even float in tap water. Okay, so these microplastics, they flake off from cookware, bottles, and tap water.
Yes.
So if they flake off, we do know that it comes off, but how? Like, how much?
Right. The flake part of this is talking about the shape and style of the bits that fall off, right? So I think many people who like breakfast cereal know that there's like different types of flakes. Made from corn.
Yeah.
Made from hyunmi.
Yes.
Made from, different types of flakes. That is the shape we're talking about these pieces coming off. So when you think of like cookware, like a non-stick pan, for example, as they get old, parts of that non-stick coating literally flakes off.
Yeah.
The entire coating doesn't come off at once, right? It's a little bit at a time. Kind of like how paint comes off of old metal.
Flake off.
Or old wood.
Yep.
It doesn't come off all at once. It's a little bit at a time.
Right. So basically what it's saying is that very little particles are coming off the bottles and cookware and even making it into the tap water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty much everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. While it's impossible to eliminate them entirely, there are ways to cut down on exposure. Our power pattern today is while it's impossible to do something.
Yes.
And then something. Okay.
Right.
So what does this mean?
So this is admitting, obviously, that something is not possible.
Right.
Right? And we often use this whenever situations really don't look good.
Yeah.
With this microplastic being everywhere, maybe you don't have hope.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't think it's worth it. So you kind of acknowledge and say, okay, yeah, the situation isn't good.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
But there is something that we can do. There is something that is useful or valuable.
Right. This is a very good pattern. You start with while it's impossible. Basically, you are stating the obvious. You are stating what is true, a fact. However, right, there are ways to cut down on exposure. So there are ways to reduce your exposure to microplastics. So cut down on is to reduce or to have less of.
Right. And it's often used for things that you're eating, that you're using, things that aren't good for you, that you are exposed to. You're trying to get that out of maybe your daily routine, your daily diet.
All right. So cut down on your shopping.
Yeah.
Cut down on sugar.
Cut down on caffeine.
On caffeine. Yeah. Cut down on office supplies because we're buying too much.
So it's not completely getting rid of, but it is reducing often by a significant amount.
Okay. So there are ways to cut down our exposure. So switching to glass or stainless steel and avoiding ultra-processed foods can go a long way toward keeping microplastics out of our bodies. So what are some ways?
So you use glass and stainless steel.
Yeah.
And you also aren't using a lot of like processed foods, frozen foods.
Ultra-processed foods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like just plastics in general. Let's continue.
Experts say that fresh whole foods and filtered tap water are safer bets than packaged meals or bottled water.
Okay. So, whole foods, obviously, and then filtered tap water. If the water is filtered,
so filtered means it has gone through a filter. So tap water, of course, is the water that is at the sink in your kitchen, right?
Right.
But I know a lot of people now have little filters, little machines that clean the water even further.
Yeah.
정수기. Yeah. Do you have one?
I do not.
Yeah,
I do not. I actually get my water, not plastic bottled water, but another type of water. Yeah, because I heard that even tap water, even with the filter, things kind of get through.
Yeah.
But if you have a good filter, it's much safer, right? Okay. So, packaged meals or bottled water, all of those things. People should focus on replacing plastic items bit by bit and making mindful choices in the kitchen. Okay, so replace plastic items bit by bit. Why not all at once?
Well, if you have the money.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But if we're being honest, these kind of eco-friendly, like, alternatives to plastic, they're expensive.
They're expensive. Let me tell you something. It took me a couple of years, okay, like maybe 2, 3, to replace my kimchi containers into steel containers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because each one, the big ones, are expensive.
Yeah, those steel ones or the glass ones.
The glass ones, yeah.
They're nice. And I do feel safer about having them, but they're a purchase.
They're
sometimes an expensive purchase.
Oh, sure.
So you got to buy a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
You've got to change it bit by bit.
Very good. Let's go ahead and listen to that article one more time.
Microplastics have found their way into nearly everything we eat, from meat and eggs to fruits and vegetables. These tiny plastic particles flake off cookware and bottles and even float in tap water. While it's impossible to eliminate them entirely, there are ways to cut down on exposure. Switching to glass or stainless steel and avoiding ultra-processed foods can go a long way toward keeping microplastics out of our bodies. Experts say that fresh, whole foods and filtered tap water are safer bets than packaged meals or bottled water. People should focus on replacing plastic items bit by bit and making mindful choices in the kitchen.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 94 and 95. If something flakes off, it means to come off, but in very small, thin pieces. Okay. Why does the ceiling look patchy?
The paint's starting to flake off from the humidity.
Yes. We have all seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Paint kind of coming off little by little.
Yes.
That is to flake off. My skin started to flake off after being out in the sun too long.
Oh, no.
But I love peeling that skin. Oh, my gosh.
It is one of those, I agree.
Uh-huh.
It's gross.
I know.
But so satisfying.
My friends and I used to do it all the time. We lived by the beach, so in the summer, and we got a little tan and burned.
Yeah.
That skin started to flake off. And then you just take a flake and then you just peel all the way.
My family, we used to have competitions who could get the most skin off my father. In the summers, he would like put roofs on houses.
Yes.
And he wouldn't wear a shirt because it's really hot.
Oh,
so
ouch.
burnt.
Oof.
But 2 or 3 days later,
it would.
The whole family would get around my father and pull off because his skin on his back would flake off. Sorry, listeners, this is a really gross topic.
It is true. It's kind of like the whole idea of like pimple popper. You know, it's kind of like watching videos of like popping pimple. It's gross, but it's really satisfying. Yeah.
Unfortunately, flaking off is never a good thing.
No.
So paint can flake off, skin can flake off. I think of like the dandruff. You know how like the dead skin on your head?
Yeah, your scalp.
It gets on your, dark clothing. And you can see that.
It flakes off. And then also my son who had atopy or eczema, his skin would flake off.
Yeah.
Often. So this is the idea. Oh, gosh, it doesn't sound sorry to talk about this.
To be honest, this expression is one of those things where like we say it, we use it, but... It's just a kind of gross concept to talk about.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next one. To cut down on means to reduce the amount or number of something. Want another cookie?
No, thanks. I'm cutting down on sweets.
Okay. So you could say I'm cutting down on sugar, but sweets here, it's usually talking about like cookies and like cake.
Yeah. Because there is a difference. So a sweet definitely feels like a dessert.
Yes.
Often cakes and that sort, cookies. But if you said sugar, you might say things like, oh, I'm not even going to eat foods that have sugar in them.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of Korean food will have like buljat or something in it, right?
Yes.
So that is not considered in this category of sweets.
Right.
But it would be if you were talking about cutting down on sugar.
Right. So what I try to do, too, is I try to cut down on sugar when I'm even making Korean food. Because a lot of the times it does require sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You should cut down on screen time before bed. Hello. Everyone, we should all, including myself, cut down on screen time before bed.
It's true.
Yeah. So you should reduce the time that you spend on your cell phone or your smartphone or your iPad, whatever it is, before bed.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel you need to do that? You need to cut down?
Everyone does. I do it a lot.
I know.
I feel...
Me too.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's easier said than done.
I do think that the screen time, especially on your phone, you get stressed, so you go to your phone to forget about stuff, to get unstressed.
Right.
But it just sucks you in for way too long.
Right. Or it is just like, people watch a movie to relax. Okay. All right. Bit by bit means a little at a time, gradually. How's your home renovation going?
It's coming together bit by bit.
Okay. Not really fast,
nope.
But little by little. Bit by bit, she saved enough money for her trip.
So this does feel like a very small amount at a time. Mm-hmm. Even though this does mean like gradually, I do think that it's slow. Mm-hmm. Slow gradually.
Yeah.
Not fast gradually.
Totally.
Right?
Right.
So when we're talking about the home renovation coming together bit by bit, we're seeing progress.
But it's very slow.
It's been 2 years. We didn't stop, but it has not been very fast.
Yeah, that's right. So it is happening, but very slowly.
Yes.
Okay, our power pattern today is while it's impossible to. So you're going to probably make a statement, and then you are offering something else. While it's impossible to avoid all human contact, many come very close.
While it's impossible to predict when the sun will burn out, scientists estimate 5 billion years.
Okay, so you're saying like it's impossible.
We can't know for sure.
We don't know, but blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Our power vocab today is the word filtered. I'm sure that everyone out there probably is filtering their water. But I do hear that, I'm not sure, but Korean, the tap water in Korea is very good.
Yeah, compared to most countries.
Compared to some countries. Yeah, most countries. Exactly. All right. So stop by Audio 어학당 and check out what's available there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see